This is the Everglades. Hi, Jasmine. Hi, Rachel. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Florida Everglades. It is an amazingly beautiful day, and I am about to embark on a little Everglades adventure that I've never done before. This is something brand new. It is a new boardwalk right off of the highway, Alligator Alley, that just opened up recently. And this will be my first time. Oh, thank you, Rachel. This will be my first time ever to explore it. So it's like you can go on an Everglades safari and not even have to leave the parking lot. So I'm super excited about this. Oh, let's wait for people to come on, and I will talk a little bit about the Everglades. We've got some information here, and we'll also get to see kind of the sun starting to go down. These are the animals that live in the Everglades. We've got the snail kite, the barred owl, the wood stork. We could see any number of these animals, or we could see none of them. You never know what you're gonna see in the Everglades. I hope we don't see the brown water snake. That looks like a rattlesnake to me, but no, I think it is not. The American crocodile. I don't see too many of those, but I do often see the alligator. See, you can tell the difference from their snout. An alligator has a kind of a wide, broad snout, and its teeth are on the inside, whereas the crocodile has a pointy snout and their teeth come out of the snout. You're gonna love this show, Jasmine. I hope you learn a lot about the Everglades. It's an amazing place. We could see a river otter or the pig frog. Who doesn't want to see a pig frog, right? You know, the Everglades is an ecosystem like no other on Earth. This sawgrass marsh is like a vast, shallow river flowing south from Lake Okeechobee, which is right over there, and into Florida Bay. Once stretching across 4,000 square miles, the Everglades is only half that size today, unfortunately, due to people, farming, development. But the money that comes from the toll road here, Alligator Alley, actually a portion of it goes to a fund to help preserve the Everglades. The Everglades are so important. They call this area the heart of South Florida. I've taken you to Lake Okeechobee many times, which is really the heart of South Florida, and it pumps the water down through here, down through the Everglades, also known as the River of Grass. The freshwater marshes dotted with tree islands, wet prairies, deep water sloths, and mangrove forests, which are so beautiful. The variety of habitats supports an amazing array of fish and other wildlife, including the endangered snail kite, which looks like this. I showed you already. I'll show you one more time. Wait. Snail kite. Snail kite. The wood stork. That's right. They bring the babies. And of course, the American crocodile. Alligators, turtles, deer, raccoons, colonies of wading birds, and a myriad of fish species also find their home here. Summer rainstorms supply South Florida with ample rainfall. The Everglades acts as a natural sponge, storing excess rainfall and protecting local cities and towns from flooding. Because look, here's Miami and Fort Lauderdale, and I am literally right now, I think I'm, doesn't say, I think I'm right about here. I don't know, I'm in this area. And there's Lake Okeechobee, so it gives you an idea of where we are. Hi, Bo. Hi, Sandy. Stored water in the Everglades also refills the aquifer, providing drinking water to residents, preventing saltwater intrusion. Because if salt gets in your water, it's all over for you. All right. Oh, look, it's an alligator. Oh my goodness, it's huge. I have seen some big alligators here in the swamp, but I've never seen one this big. But it really does let you get close up to an alligator, because that's what they look like. This one is a mega large alligator. If I see one this big, I'm gonna be a little bit afraid. Look at that. You know, when I see the alligators in the wild, I do always want to touch. Nice alligator, good alligator. Their skin, their leathery skin. I mean, us ladies, we know what alligator leather looks like, and it's pretty. All right, speaking of reptiles, let's learn a little bit about them before we go on our Everglades adventure. The American alligator. The American alligator is a common and important resident of the Everglades. This large reptile eats anything it can overpower, including fish, frogs, birds, turtles, snakes, deer, and even other alligators. It digs out pools of water called gator holes that are vital to the survival of many wetland species. Here we also have the Florida scarlet snake, yellow rat snake. Some people don't like snakes. I don't like them, but I understand they're important. This is a venomous snake, and that's what it looks like. That's cottonmouth. Everyone knows cottonmouth's bad news. Oh, look, a peninsula cooter. How cute is that turtle? I love turtles. I love them. There's a snapping turtle. They'll bite you. Box turtle, I think they'll bite you too, but how pretty are they? And then we've got the skink. Oh, Ray taught me about skinks. It's not a lizard. It's not a fish. It's a skink. I think it is so crazy looking, those skinks. And the Florida soft shell turtle. Look at the face. How cute is that? I know, I love teaching, Rachel. You like learning, I like teaching. We can go far together. All right, you guys. Oh, wait. One more bit of information. You know, we've got to learn everything we can. Okay, so this is a very interesting board here that's about unwanted guests, which are the invasive species, which is a problem in the Florida Everglades. Who you calling a yellow rat snake? You're funny. All right, so there are a lot of baddies in the Florida Everglades, and we don't want them, like the Burmese python. They eat American alligators. Oh my gosh, and they also eat the Key Largo wood rat. Ugh. And then what a pretty bird, this purple swamp hen. They also impact native species. And then, we got the tegu lizard, which looks really nasty, and they threaten sea turtles and ground nesting birds and small mammals. The Cuban tree frog, everyone knows about these guys. They eat our native tree frogs and insects that are important for native species. And the green iguana, which, oh wait, that's not an iguana. That's a bullseye snakehead fish. They eat crayfish, toads, native fish, lizards, snakes, and turtles. And then the green iguana, which eats native flowers, fruits, vegetables, and foliage, including the host plant of the endangered Miami blue butterfly. Well, I'll tell you what. I don't know if you heard me earlier, but for those of you who are just coming on, our iguana population has been decimated. More than 5,000 iguanas were euthanized last week due to our cold snap. And Florida's Fish and Wildlife Service told everyone in South Florida that it was time to get out your pillowcases and pick up cold stunned iguanas. They can't take the cold, they just lay there. They're not dead or anything, but they told everybody to put them in a pillowcase and bring them to the Fish and Wildlife Service, and more than 5,000 iguanas were euthanized, which was very interesting. Oh wait, what's going on with Bo? Bo needs protection. Everybody pray for Bo. Sorry, Bo. I'm over here on Everglades time. I'm on swampland, so I don't want to be insensitive, but let's get this show on the road. But prayers for Bo and her family. Look at the puppy! Oh my gosh, how cute are you? A Valentine's puppy. Oh, precious. How old?
He is 3 months.
Puppy kisses. I love that. Thank you. Thank you for the puppy kisses. It means a lot. Thank you. You too. Every now and then you just need some puppy kisses, right? Oh, here's a big swamp puppy. Okay, let's go on. This is so cool. I have never been here before. It just opened recently, and who knows what we might see. Isn't it beautiful here? Sunset time in the Everglades. Let's see, we could see a yellow-bellied sapsucker, one of the most migratory woodpeckers. This species also travels further south to Central America and the West Indies. Hummingbirds rely on the sap that flows from the holes or sap wells drilled by this small woodpecker. And we've got the yellow-rumped warbler. Do you guys like birds? Because birds are fascinating to me. In fact, my husband was known as the bird man. He was an expert and a falconer. We've got the yellow-throated warbler, songbird, American goldfinch, black and white warbler that we might see on our Everglades adventure. Let's just go, right? Jill, just start walking. I'm looking for gators. Where have all the gators gone? I want to see them. Oh, look, here's a couple of crows. Lots of crows in the Everglades. Where have all the gators gone? Long time ago. Yes, thank you, Darla. Everybody be respectful. Treat me like a person, and we'll get along fine. Look how beautiful this is. It looks like I'm in the middle of Disney World or something, but this is the Florida Everglades. This used to just be an area next to the parking lot, and they turned it into a wonderland. Oh, here are some of the fish we might see. I love these signs. Do you guys like to fish? I like to see the fish. I don't want to hurt them. The eastern mosquito fish. It only gets to 3 inches long, but it's really pretty. And it eats mosquito larvae. Gotta love that fish the most. And the bluegill, what a beautiful fish. The bowfin. The reindeer sunfish. The largemouth bass. These fish are famous here in South Florida. And of course the Florida gar, you see them everywhere. It's a primitive fish, and it can get to 3 feet in length. It almost looks like a big snake in the water sometimes. I don't know which one tastes the best. Probably the bass, People do love a good largemouth bass. I'm a fan of haddock, and I do love salmon, although you have to be careful of where you get your salmon from. Never get farmed salmon. They have a lot of not pesticides maybe, but stuff they put in the water that's not good. There are more than 15 species of wading birds out here, walking through the shallow waters of the Everglades. Each bird has a slightly different feeding technique. Some have long bills they'll use as a probe, others stab it with like a spear, and some others use their bills to cut things like scissors. So fascinating. It's crazy also to see all these new trees put here for this amazing walkway. I mean, I guess, you know, because this area is man-made, but it is also the Florida Everglades. Well, Sebastian, if your salmon is wild-caught Atlantic salmon, that's what you want. It's going to be more expensive, but it's safer to eat in the long run. Wild-caught Atlantic salmon. Better yet, go fishing. Oh, look at this little tiny bird. Oh my gosh, look how cute he is. He's just a little tiny birdie. So adorbs. Smoked salmon is the best. It's the little birds. It's amazing to see this here. You have no idea how long I've been waiting for this to go up. You've been building it for a very long time. Let's take a look at some of the wetland plants of the Everglades. We've got the sawgrass, which is everywhere, lining the rivers and the water waves. It gets its name from the the small, sharp, sawtooth edges of its leaves. It grows 3 to 9 feet tall and forms dense stands that are difficult to penetrate. That is why you see people go through the Everglades in airboats, because to cut through sawgrass with a boat and a motor, it's impossible. Yeah, I've had gator jerky too, Rachel, and gator bites, and yeah, that's why people will say, they'll see me with the live gators in the Everglades and say, aren't you afraid? And I'll be like, not really, considering the fact that I have eaten them. They have never eaten me, so I'm the winner on that one. Mwah, mwah. No gators here. This is, I feel like because this area is so man-made, you wouldn't see any gators, but I mean, you see gators on golf courses, so they're for sure here. This is just lovely, this walkway though, and I didn't even hit the observation tower yet. That's gonna be really cool. We gotta do that next. Yeah, I can't imagine you people with snowy backyards. It must be really nice to see sunshine and palm trees. And me. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? It's Tuesday, right? I think it's Tuesday. Do people in Florida eat pythons? People in Asia eat that? Well, I've never eaten python, and I don't plan to. So I'm sure they eat it somewhere, but not that I know of. It probably would be a good idea, because then we would not have such a python problem. I understand in some places they eat iguanas, and where they eat iguanas, they do not have an iguana problem. But we do here in South Florida. And I guess it's kind of sad that all those iguanas were euthanized and not given a chance to be eaten as food by people who need to eat food and like iguanas. I don't know. So it kind of seems like a waste. Anyway, we're gonna climb up the observation tower. Let me turn the camera around so you can see the sights. We've got the highway over here, but over here we have the vast expanse of the Everglades. This is really amazing, and I have been kind of living for this. So excited to see this. It's almost like we get to see a bird's eye view of the Everglades. It is a bird's eye view. It's not almost, it is. And I love to do stairs. What great exercise. And now we're gonna learn about weather patterns of the Everglades, because rain is super important to the Florida Everglades. Python tastes like chicken. They always say that, Carrie. They always say it tastes like chicken, it tastes like chicken. Gator tastes like chicken. No, gator tastes kind of like it's beef. I don't know. It's kind of weird. This is the only wetland system in the world that is nourished primarily from the atmosphere. There are only 2 seasons here in the Everglades, wet and dry. From May through November, thunderstorms are frequent. Almost all of the annual 62 inches of rain falls. Tropical storms and hurricanes bring the most water as well as change. They alter the coastline, flush out decayed vegetation, remove weakened branches, and disperse seeds. Less than 1/4 of the annual rainfall occurs from December through April. And when you drive through the Everglades, you can see the storms rolling through. It's really cool. Something else that's really important to the Everglades actually is fire. There's no plaque about that here, but they do have to do controlled burn. Oh my gosh, look at that sun getting ready to go down over the Florida Everglades. That is just gorgeous. Wow, Carrie, you've eaten it all. That is beautiful. I am in awe. I love the Florida Everglades. Most amazing ecosystem in the world. There are animals found here that are found nowhere else in the world. Oh, look at that. Good job. Look at that. There is nobody for miles and miles. I can see for miles and miles and miles and miles. Yes, Sawboss. This is Florida. This is unmistakably the Florida Everglades. Nowhere like it in the universe. I feel so blessed to live in such an amazing ecosystem. Well, I don't live in the Everglades, you know what I mean. To be able to visit them, to visit the Everglades, it's like a gift. Every time I come here, I learn something new. I fall in love again and again. Look at that. Wow. See you later, Rachel. There are so many animals and you cannot see any of them. So when you look out and you see trees sticking up, those are called tree islands. They're also known as hammocks. And that's where the animals sleep during the day to get out of the heat. Look at this guy. Oh, look, here is information about fire. Late spring and summer is fire season when lightning strikes from afternoon thunderstorms. Oh, I'm so glad you enjoy them, Scott. Afternoon thunderstorms spark wildfires. Florida receives more lightning strikes than any other state in the country. Historically, most of the Everglades burn every 3 to 4 years. The ecosystem was adapted to and depended upon this wild natural force. Wait, what did Daniel do? Darla, why'd you hide Daniel? Daniel wouldn't say anything bad. Bring him back, bring him back. I don't know what he could have said. Bring back Daniel. Today, canals, levees, and highways act as fire breaks, limiting the size and occurrence of fires. Look, here's a picture of the fire. Biologists conduct and carefully monitor prescribed burns throughout the Everglades to replicate the benefits of natural fire and lessen the severity of wildfires. Thank you, Darla. Thank you very much. Plant communities in the Everglades are maintained by a combination of fire, water, and topography. Fire plays an important role in maintaining this unique ecosystem by limiting woody vegetation, preventing dead wood from building up and releasing nutrients back into the system. Again, it's proof of God. How else could it be so perfect? Everything works together. Everything is so perfectly designed. Hey, Big Lon. No, someone's using your account. I'll let you know, or I'll let him know. All right, well, he won't get on as you on my page. Thank you for telling us. Everybody watch out for fake Big Lon. Did you see that bluebird that just flew by? It was absolutely gorgeous. Look at this. Would you look at this? It's gorgeous. Oh, I don't know what he meant by that, but it's Daniel Faith. He wouldn't say anything bad. I have faith in Daniel Faith. I think that's a song, actually. It is a song, right, Daniel? Yes, water birds here, birds of prey, everything. Everything that is, except alligators. Where are the alligators? I don't see any. Wow, isn't that gorgeous? What do you guys think? Does it make you want to visit the Florida Everglades? How could you not want to be here? It is so beautiful and peaceful. But the special thing about this area is that it is right off of the highway. You literally don't have to do anything to see it. So if you are in South Florida and you have the occasion to drive across Alligator Alley, it doesn't matter which direction you go, you can stop at this rest stop. It's the closest one to Fort Lauderdale, and check out the new elevated boardwalk. It's so worth it. I mean, it's great to see it on the beach report for sure if you can't see it live, but if you can see it live, I think you need to stop. I know. I love the beach too, but I also love the Everglades. And then drive over to the East Coast. Pass on driving to the West Coast. Doesn't matter which coast you go to. You can stop here at the elevated boardwalk here in the Florida Everglades off of Alligator Alley. It's such a special place and they did a great job with it. All right, you guys, I'm gonna head over to Fort Lauderdale now, so I will see you there. And we're gonna go hang out and look at some boats later on. So ciao for now. I don't know if I'll be able to see you tonight or if I'm just gonna be doing my show tomorrow because I do have to take a friend to have surgery. So there's that. So I have a job to do, but I will see you guys in Fort Lauderdale, of course. And we'll see you on the next beach report. Ciao for now.